Hey guys, Charles here, back with another video in our series on playing more melodically on the guitar so that your playing sounds musical and not like a bunch of scales being run up and down. Now in the first two videos of this series, I laid a nice foundation for you, showing you the difference between chord tones, non-chord tones, giving you kind of my version of a melodic math approach where we're approaching the chord tone from a note below, looking at the various different rhythmic patterns and phrasing options that you've got. And then we checked out 3 triads in the major key, which is E first inversion, E second inversion, and of course the E root position. And we also checked out the 3 minor triads, same thing. We did the first inversion, second inversion, and the root position. Now with that, we can now start putting that into music. So what I've got here is I've got a track, and the chords are A, E, B, C sharp minor, which is 4, 1, 5, 6. So what you want to do now is you want to map out these chord tones. So for A, I'm going to, let's just say I start here in the root position. And then for E, first inversion. And then for B, second inversion. And then for C sharp minor. Okay, pretty cool. The only issue is, remember in the first 2 videos of the series, we said tension and resolution is very important. So if all I ever do is play the chord tones, it's going to get a little bit boring at some point. So let me show you what I mean with that. I'm just going to play chord tones. So that's kind of fine because we just mapped out the notes, starting with this version of an A. Okay, but again, it's kind of boring. We need to get some tension in there. Now, we're not going to go crazy. We're just going to start approaching the notes from a note below. Let me play that for you with the track. Alright, so what did I do there? Well, we just had these chords. And every time on the D string here, I just approached the starting note from a note below in the scale. And if you want to do something cool, if you've got a lot of drive, you can go. There's a little bit of a party trick there, which is a tapped harmonic. If I play my 7th fret here, I just tap it 12 frets higher. The 19th fret. Okay, probably not something you're going to do often. It's just a fun thing you can do to experiment. So that is what I've done there on the A chord. Now remember, I'm only using the D string. Now, of course, there's also the G and the B strings. In fact, there's other strings as well. So now you can go ahead and use other variations of that to map it out. And then you can go and check out the other positions. So let's check out what I mean with the other strings. So instead of playing, I can start here on the G string. Right, you can do whatever you want just to map out the notes. And of course, you can go now to the B string, which again is just approaching it from the note below in the scale. So let's see what that sounds like. Again, very basic. It's literally just for us to kind of map out the territory a little bit. Once you have that down, go and check out what that would look like on the from the next position, which is the A first inversion. Yeah, so now I'll have A, E, B, C sharp minor. So if I do that on the D string, it's going to sound like this. All right, and then I have the next position, which is up here. Remember we had A, E, B, C sharp minor. Now I can take the same approach and do the following. Go and work on that, and once you have that down, we can start checking out some cool ideas where I'm doing it in a little bit more of a rhythmic variety and not just keeping it as simple as we've just done now. But we had to start nice and simple so you have an opportunity to map out the notes. Now what you can do if you want, and you already know the notes pretty well, you can start making up your own stuff, and that'll be something like this, for example. Right, we are still just in the exercise mode where you can get used to mapping out the notes a little bit. And now we've actually done it in a musical way where there's a progression below us and we're playing the different positions. All right, so quite a lot of stuff for us just to get going with these videos and with this understanding of this concept. But now you are ready, once you can map out these notes like I've shown you now, to come up with some more melodic examples. And we'll kick off with the first example in the next video. All right, I really hope you enjoyed this video where we looked at ways in which you can play more melodically on the guitar while making use of your mental understanding, your oral ability by hearing music and melodic ideas, and then the physical ability of actually mapping out the notes on the guitar. Now this is all just the start of a whole wonderful journey, and if you'd like to dig deeper and learn more about how you can compose these different kinds of parts, as well as get access to the backing track that I used in this example, well, we've got a 7-day worship guitar skills challenge, which you can sign up for free. The link is in the description box. When you sign up for the 7-day challenge, you will learn 15 different kinds of guitar parts, making use of these chord tones, in a musical and melodic fashion. And that's going to help you really map out the notes on the guitar so you can play with more passion, power and precision, all those kind of good things that you hear all of your favorite guitarists do. So that's all covered in the 7-day guitar challenge. You'll get tablature, you'll get a backing track, and you'll also get access to my personal email address. If you've got any questions, you can just fire off an email and then I will go ahead and address that in future videos. Alright guys, it's been awesome hanging with you today. Make sure you sign up for the 7-day guitar challenge so we can go ahead and dig deeper into this wonderful journey of becoming a better